and from being high in the sky to the reality of being back on terra firma.
I'm gonna catch this tram. Don't know how to do it. So let's go.
Mandarin Pinyin is one of the 3 tramways in the world that continue regular operation of double-decker trams, the others being Blackpool, England and Alexandria, and is the only system that runs exclusively on double-deckers.
Operated under the wharf, the tramway runs on the northern Hong Kong Island in Hong Kong between Shau Kei Wan and Kennedy Town, with a branch circulating Happy Valley.
Quickly realising that passengers enter the tram at the rear and pay at the front as they exit, we decided to jump on at Causeway Bay Junction.
This is the coolest way to get around Hong Kong after the Star Fair.
The Hong Kong Tramway Electric Company Limited, a British company, began construction of the tramway line in 1902, the first part of which from Wan Chai to Shau Kei Wan via Happy Valley opened in 1904. In 1922, Hong Kong Tramway Limited took over the operation and still operates as a private organisation as part of a company called the Wharf Group.
Serving from 1904 makes this Hong Kong tram line one of the oldest streetcar operations in the world. The tram line is 8 miles long and it runs together with other vehicles on the street. Its operation relies on 550 volt direct current from the overhead cables.
As enjoyable as it was to fly through the streets in this 60s style double-decker tram, it was still too much for some.
As our inexpensive journey, $2 Hong Kong or UK 14 pence, came to an end, it was easy to see why 240,000 residents commute by tram every day.
Thank you. Well, that was one of the most enjoyable rides I've ever had.
We then noticed some very unusual steps.
And here's all the steps where all the Olympic races that has been held.
Later on, Rob took advantage of the tax breaks on Hong Kong Island and bought another camcorder.
There you go. Just bought myself a new Sony camcorder for 10,900 Hong Kong dollars. Worked out to be about £820. It's probably a lot of money, but I think they're about 1,300 in British sterling at home. So there you go, all done and dusted. Got another camcorder now. So there you go from Fortress.
Good morning, it's raining. We're over on Hong Kong Island. We're going to catch the 729 bus now to Ocean Park, which is a theme park. Not interested in things, but they got pandas there, so that's it.
Okay, so we're on the bus, or should I try and say good morning, because yet again it's another tough one ahead. We've got on the, I'm reading it here, it's a city bus tour and it's cost us about 185 Hong Kong dollars for the admission, and the bus fare alone was 12, so I think it's about 209 with their bloody VAT and crap and everything. Anyway, it's raining, so we're going to try and make the most of it. The bus leaves quite early, to be honest. I think it's about 3 o'clock, so we're going to have to make a quick start. So we're on our way, I suppose. Any thoughts, Barry?
The fact that it's raining and people are horrible. I'm going to enjoy myself.
Well, there you go, straight from the horse's mouth. So we'll just try and grin and bear it and have a good time really. The bus doesn't seem too packed, so it might not scream all the way, but you know, we can't be miserable. We're on our holidays.
Our journey to the park would take us just over an hour. Travelling in a southern direction, we were both secretly hoping that the rain would hold off. Not that we realised that that was the least of our worries to come.
When we eventually arrived at the park, we knew from the staff's reception that we were in for a good day. The sun was shining, the park was full, and there was an electric atmosphere to be felt. Or so our guidebook told us. Or perhaps they were describing the month of July. After all, we were living in May. After weaving through the thick crowds, Barry picked up one of the last remaining maps. His mission, to find the polar bear's retreat.
Here we are at Ocean Park, another theme park on our travel. Here we are at the entrance, and we'll go straight to the pandas to get them out the way, so let's go. Well, it's pissing down, but here we are in the giant panda habitat, so let's go down a lot.
Although it was still raining heavily, we had at least found the giant pandas. So, what's the present state of the pandas?
Well, it's got a lovely habitat, as you can see, and Lacey starts sleeping in his bedroom.
What about Jar Jar?
He's sleeping, but at least he's outside.
Okay, so we're at the Panda Bay, and unfortunately they're a bit tired right now because they're probably resting from their hard day. Hopefully we'll try and come back after and see if we can get them moving around. Fog on up their ass, but there they are in the background.